And I'm back with the very last bold prediction. Um, this one I think is the most bold out of all of them. Um, but we'll see. If you disagree with me and say, "Oh yeah, this is very very possible," thank you. It feels nice to be included in something. But if not, and you're probably the other 99% of people that think I am wrong, explain to me why. Explain why you think I'm wrong. But that'd be interesting to see that in the comments. But yeah, let's just get into it. So the first team we have is the Arizona Cardinals, who I am extremely high on, extremely high on, because of three reasons. We'll do Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins. Sorry, and a fourth one would be their defense. I am I think DeAndre Hopkins might not be great for fantasy this year, but in terms of the regular season, in terms of the Cardinal success, will fit in beautifully with Cliff Kingsbury's system and with Kyler Murray. Um, but then, so Arizona runs a four wide receiver system, four wide receivers, and like last year there was always like one or two wide receivers that didn't always like fit in. Like there's a clear talent gap. This year there's not going to be, especially in the starters. You have DeAndre Hopkins, you have Larry Fitzgerald, you have Christian Kirk, you have Andy Isabella. That's going to work. And then on your defense, you draft Isaiah Simmons, who very easily could win Defensive Rookie of the Year. They got him with I think the seventh or eighth pick. That or whatever pick they had. I think it's going to be an amazing year for this Cardinals. See, I don't think I mentioned I have them going 13-3, with the absolute max at 16-0, and their floor is 8-8. That's what I have for the Cardinals this year. So next we have the Los Angeles Rams, who are the worst team in this division, which is really saying something and they go 6-10. Their floor is 3-13. It's all dependent on their running back play, their Jared Goff play, and the defense outside of Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Those are the three things it's going to rely on. Sean McVay's going to be there week in and week out, so no real coaching worries. Aaron Donald will be there week in and week out. But outside of that, there's no real certainty with the Rams, which is why I have them going 6-10, and they play 6 games against double digit. They play 6 games in their own conference, which are all double digit win plus teams. And then they also have to go and play teams like Dallas and Philadelphia in week 1 and 2, Buffalo week 3, Tampa Bay right after they play Seattle and right before they play San Francisco. It's a tough schedule. It is a very tough schedule. So yeah, I only have them going 6-10 only, which for the worst team in the division, that's not bad. The next team is the San Francisco 49ers, and these numbers might seem fairly familiar. I have a baseline at 8-8. I have an absolute max of 16-0, and I have them going 13-3. Don't think there's any other team in the division with those exact numbers, right? I have them going the exact same as the Cardinals because, as you've seen, I love my ties. But yeah, again, another tough schedule. They have to play Seattle. They have to play Arizona twice. They have to play Tampa Bay, I think. No, they don't. They have to play New Orleans. That's who it is. They have to play New Orleans. But actually, outside of that, it's not overly difficult. But I have them skill-wise, honestly, a little bit worse than the Cardinals. I think their defense is a lot better than the Cardinals' defense. But the Cardinals' offense will be so explosive this year. They finally got a running back that fits their system. Sorry, I'm talking about the Cardinals. Back to the 49ers, they lost Emmanuel Sanders, which will hurt. And Brandon Ayuk just went down with a hamstring injury, I think yesterday is what it was. and they don't know if Deebo Samuel's going to be ready for Week 1. But Jimmy G will be there. Oh, Mr. Checkdown himself. Their running backs will be there. Their offensive line is amazing, and the defense will be there. Nick Bosa is going to be there. They're still a very good team, whether they have wide receivers or not. So yeah, I have them going 13-3. Then the very last team to wrap this all up is the Seattle Seahawks. Very good team. They traded for Jamal Adams, added that extra piece to the secondary that I feel like was desperately needed, actually, which gives them a baseline for me of 6-10, where I have the Rams going, and a max of 16-0. But in the end, I have them going 12-4, which is honestly barely good enough to get them into the playoffs. The NFC is just so stacked this year, and so they don't have an easy schedule, like the other 3 teams I mentioned. They have to play 6 tough games, but outside of those conference games, they have to play Philadelphia, they have to play Buffalo, Minnesota, Dallas, New England. They're tough games, winnable games, definitely, but yet tough games to win. Especially that Philadelphia game. It's on the road in Philly. That'll be a tough one for the Seattle Seahawks to win, and ultimately puts them 1 game below both the Cardinals and 49ers, and down into the 7th seed in the NFL playoffs. But yeah, I think they'll still again be an amazing team. But the other 2 teams are just that much better. Just that much better. Anyway, that does it for today's video and this series. I forgot in my last video to mention my website. Please go check it out. It is there will be a link in the description if you don't catch us all. It'll be xtrain22x.wixsite.com/this one, this slash the one like that. TOTH fantasy football. It'll help you whether you've done your draft or not. It gives you rankings. There's sleepers on there. I will work on that tonight to get that fully uploaded, all done. Then I will have, throughout the year, I will have waiver wire watch type of thing, where it'll typically be consistent about defenses and quarterbacks, but some running backs, some wide receivers, people that I just expect to break out, that'll all be on there. But yeah, go check it out. Very helpful. I also have another one about draft grades if you want to see what I thought about this last draft. Go check them out. That's all I got. So, adios.